With the new BedWars balance changes, it's hard to know how to PvP correctly, and with tons of YouTubers making their own videos, I decided to make my own. Now, I know that this is probably not going to reach too many people, which is good, because honestly, I want my lobbies to remain easy, so that no one will come and whip me. So, I think that I'm qualified to be making an in-depth analysis of the new balance changes, and also dropping in my 2 cents and talk about things that other creators might have just missed. Now for a message to all the whiny little boys who are saying that this update is trash and that PvP is ruined. Get better and stop using a macro. That's right, you heard me right. These whiny little boys, these babies, using macros. The real Sigmas don't use macros. Only for building, because I don't want carpal tunnel. That's it. Now it's time to start discussing some basic stats so we can look in depth. Okay, so starting off with some base stats. No charge, and we're kitless. I'm gonna pop this guy, 10 damage each single time. So of course if you're spamming, it's not gonna work, right? You're not gonna be doing that damage. For leather demi, same deal. Right, it's better to just hold down little and then attack. Okay, now let's talk about the multiplier. What is this bar that appears on your screen? Well, this bar basically takes about a second to charge up, and it ranges from 0, 1 to 2.8 multipliers. So basically, if I hit him once, 2.8 of 10 will be 28, so you'll do 28 damage when I'm at full charge. Alright, so of course you're going to be wondering, well, how do I maximize the damage? Where's the sweet spot I want to charge? Well, so there's always a cooldown with the sword, so you're going to be looking at a cooldown of 300 milliseconds. So basically, what you're going to want to do is that you're just going to want to hold at 300 milliseconds. Any more than that, and you're losing DPS. So something like this. And if you hold too quickly, example of this could be like this, right? You're misclicking. You're not, see? Some of them are missing, and it's not really doing that much damage. So it's normally better to just hold a little longer just to be safe, unless you're using macro. Only poo-poos use macros. Macros are for poops. Unless if you're building. That's excusable, because I don't like carpal tunnel. Enough forcing around. I made a little graph so you can see what's going on. So let's look at what these mean. So this is basically your damage as you charge up. And these little dots here are seconds. Don't worry about all this stuff here. This is going past 1 second, and you can only charge it up for 1 second. So this is the baseline damage, where if you don't charge up, it's always going to be 10. And this goes for any sword, as in the multipliers. So relative to. So of course the sword is going to be between 10 damage. That's not realistic, but we will know that a fully charged will do around 2.8 times the amount of damage. Alright, so let's look at some of the DPS values. You can see that sweet spot, 0.3 seconds. It's actually the highest point where you're going to be doing that damage. And as you see, consistent DPS, it slowly falls down until you reach about 0.65. So around halfway, a little over halfway, you're going to be doing less damage than if you were just spamming your sword and hitting every shot. What this graph doesn't account for is if you don't have the taser shots, which everyone misses a few shots here and there. In that case, holding longer would always be better. Because, of course, it's a lot easier to hit a few shots than a lot of shots. And especially if you're just hit trading, you're getting knocked back. You can charge up and potentially do more DPS. Because this is only if you're hit trading, right? You're going to lose if you're hit trading. Full charge, sure. But if you full charge, even against this person, you have the potential to do much higher DPS. So full charging you could do up here in DPS. Well, not DPS, but you get the message, because for a hit that the person's going to be doing to you, it's around here. So 15 damage to you, sure, that's might be a lot, but in the long run, if you can trade those hits, 28 always beats 50. There's no way he just went to mid. I'm gonna crash myself. I'm actually gonna crash out. There's no way. He just went to mid. What a goof. Means I could just outstack him. Let's see what happened here. So this guy has a stone sword and I have leather armor, which means we should be doing the same damage here. So how's it that I'm around 80 HP and this guy's almost dead? Well, if we have a rewind on this clip, I'll see that I step back to charge my sword. You'll notice in the clip that I step back before going for the hit. This is so I can charge up my sword. This means when we do hit trade, even though he has essentially the same stacks as me, because he's not charging, he'll only do 7 damage to me, while I do 28. Almost quadrupling the damage output. This works against people who also use charging macros, though to a lesser degree, because they're already getting some of the extra damage. However, you're still full charging, and if you're only hit trading like 1-2, then you're still always out DPSing someone. Come here, come here. Yeah, see, that's how you take out the pros. We're gonna have to be a little more cautious. Oh wait, that's his bed. I'm gonna see if I can grab this guardian first, and then ping kills. Fret not, he is out of bed. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, we'll see how it goes. He's not gonna be happy about that. He will not be happy, he's gonna be fuming. Yeah, we just poked the lion. Oh, the lion! And look at him, so distracted. Distracted driving kills lives. See, look at that. Boom. Yeah, but he's playing, like, pretty sneaky. Okay, I think I would, the strategy's a third party them. So we'll see what's going on. 5. Just one more. Oh! That was not the play. That was not the play. Last match, kind of subpar, but I'm gonna tell you, I won that match. I won the earlier match, but you know, killless is hard. It's hard work, man, when you're fighting against these kids. So that's why I think I'm gonna. Just kidding. All right, so now for the second queue of the day. Springtime is this called. Hey, it looks like it will actually be kind of easy. So it's kind of spread out. Only the Japanese. Oh, that's how it went. Okay, let's go. That's right, so you're scared? Hesitation is defeat, don't you know? What in the lag? Oh my goodness, I still did it. And that's a bed. Maybe getting some content. Who knows? Easy bed. Definitely in this map, you're gonna be wanting to get these pots because they give a lot of stuff. Go over there, get mats, escape. I'm gonna pop that bed. Oh yeah, I'm him. So you don't understand my 10,000 IQ brain. Self-proclaimed 10,000 IQ. Look at that. Look at that. Just juked out. Oh. Because they give a lot of stuff. That was just pure ore right there.
Leave me alone!
About the easy win. Get good. Easy. So what did we learn today? We learned that charging your sword over to 300 milliseconds is always better than not charging anything. Moreover, we learned that hit trading, when it comes to that, charging your sword to a higher degree is always better and trying to avoid hits. As a few tips for future play, when you're on bridges, never charge up. This is because KB, or knockback, is one of the most important things, and charging up forces you to forfeit a lot of that. This also applies when you're piling up to fight enemies, but after you've gotten all of that, it just comes down to practice. No macro required.